The power of radio is in your hands. You can play. You can pause.
Rewind.
You can download. It's Vicalonia Radio. Solely for your listening pleasure. You are listening to your number one online edutainment radio.
After the wedding comes the marriage. It is not just the coming together of a man and a woman, but the fusion of two different entities to become one. Tune in every Wednesday for MARITAL Musings as we discuss the issues that married couples face in their marriages. Exclusive to Vicalonia Radio. MARITAL Musings. You deserve your happily ever after.
Tick tock. Hey, it's 8 p.m. once again. Good evening, guys, and welcome to your number one online edutainment radio, the Vicalonia Radio. And I am your host on another edition of the show, Felix Ajibose. So, how's your day been? Hope you had a rewarding one. Well, whether you're home already, or still making your way home, or still stuck in traffic, just stay tuned to the Vicalonia Radio, where we educate, motivate, we inspire, we inform, and we entertain you. Of course, this show is designed for married couples, as we will be discussing challenges faced by them and how to deal with such challenges. Of course, we offer probable solutions to some of these marital challenges. And for those contemplating getting into the marriage institution, they can also listen and take a clue from some of the tips that we will be discussing. Of course, you can be a part of the show by leaving your comments on our Facebook group. You can search for Marital Musings. Yes, search for Marital Musings and leave your comment. You can also make use of our various social media handles, Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter at Vicalonia Radio. Of course, you can as well SMS our mobile line on 081-393-63906. You can also send your comments to me on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter using the handle at LFlexman. Right now, I'll be going for a quick break. When I return, we'll get the show started.
You are listening to your number one online edutainment radio.
Do you know that you can advertise your business and brand to thousands of listeners on Vicalonia Radio?
Oh yes, and at a very, very cheap and affordable rate. For as low as 1,000 naira, you can advertise with us.
Simply call us on 081-3936-3906. On Vicalonia Radio, we give a new life to your business.
You are listening to your number one online edutainment radio.
Welcome back. So you're still listening to your number one online edutainment radio, the Vicalonia Radio, and I remain your host, Felix Ajibose. On the last edition of the show, we talked about the challenges posed by in-laws to the marriage institution, and we looked at some possible solutions to such a problem. Of course, the best solution to that marital problem is to be ready to listen, be ready to forgive and forget, as in-laws are humans after all, and they can make mistakes. Of course, to err is human, but to forgive is divine. So what are we talking about today? What marital problem are we looking at today? We'll be talking about the effects of poor communication on the marriage. What effect can poor communication have on the marriage institution, and how can married couples deal with it? That is what we are going to be discussing this evening. So get ready as we set things in motion. One thing is certain, and that is all human relationships are plagued by communication problems. All human relationships are plagued by communication problems. So, if you are having communication problems in your marriage, you are not alone. And let's look at some of the things that can lead to a breakdown of communication within the marriage setting. One way communication problem can arise in a marriage is if one or both of the married couples can't take their eyes off a mobile device, a TV, a computer, or another person. Yes, we live in a world where there is a great boom in the use or in the world of technology. So this could pose a problem to the marriage. Yes, phones are great, no doubt about it. We all love Netflix, we all love Discovery, Niger Wild, Z World, Sports, etc. But too much screen time can actually cause communication problems. It's hard to be present with your partner if you are strolling Facebook or clicking the browse button on your favorite streaming service. It can be hard. Another challenge to communication within the marriage could be when one of the married mates is being critical. If you are being too critical of your partner, it could be a problem. It's very easy to find fault with anything and everything. But after a while, this can become a nasty habit and it can bring a critical spirit to your marriage. So, one can rightly say that criticism is a serious cause of poor communication because it can either lead to incessant arguments or sullen and offended silences. Either way, it's not going to help your communication with your spouse. So being critical can seriously be a problem to communication within the marriage. What about yelling or stonewalling? Yes, yelling or stonewalling. These two behaviors, yelling and stonewalling, are at either end of the continuum of communication. How do I mean? Once you start raising your voice to release or express your anger, the tension begins to build, and you may find that your feeling has fueled an angry fire into a full blaze. Conversely, those who withdraw and refuse to communicate at all are displaying passive-aggressive tactics, and this can be counterproductive and harmful to the communication in marriage. What about being unforgiving? Yes, unforgiveness also. In every relationship, sooner or later, some kind of hurt or disappointment is sure to happen. That is a certainty. Whether you like it or not, that is going to happen. Usually, it is the relatively small things which can cause a lot of pain and discomfort, like a sharp little stone in your shoe. So when these things start to pile up and go unresolved, it can become overwhelming. So if you choose to hold on to an unforgiving attitude, before long, you may experience anger and bitterness, which will eventually lead to poor communication in your marriage. What about keeping score? Yeah, keeping score, whether it is of the money spent, chores done, or a list of past wrongs. This can be so toxic to any marriage. Of course, it is hard to communicate well if you feel like your transgressions are going on a cosmic tally sheet. So if you want your communication to be honest, loving, and helpful, don't keep scores. Focus on the matter at hand. Remember, your partner isn't your competitor. You're not in it to win it. You're not in it to win anything. So whatever happened in the past, let it go so you can focus on the present. Like I said earlier, you can be a part of the show by leaving your comments on this topic by using our Facebook group, Marital Musings, as well as our Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram handle at Vikilonia Radio. Right about now, I'll be going for a short break. When I return, I'll take some of your comments and then look at possible solutions to this marital problem.
You are listening to your number one online edutainment radio.
Do you know that you can advertise your business and brand to thousands of listeners on Vikilonia Radio?
Oh yes, and at a very, very cheap and affordable rate. For as low as 1,000 naira, you can advertise with us.
Simply call us on 081 39 36 3906. On Vikilonia Radio, we give a new life to your business.
You are listening to your number one online edutainment radio.
Welcome back, guys. Now I'll be taking some of the comments from our Facebook group, MARITAL Musings. Of course, the first comment I have here is from Ayasu Kosi John, and Ayasu John says, "What brought man and woman together before they ever agreed to get married is communication. It is like fuel in the marriage automobile. When communication is lacking, the marriage vehicle starts to malfunction and stop altogether at the end of the day. So keep it flowing and the problems will be few." Yes, that is the opinion of Ayasu Kosi John. I tend to agree completely with this. Likening communication within the marriage to an automobile, you need to continue from time to time, ensure that communication is not lacking. If not, the marriage vehicle starts to malfunction and can stop all together. And this particular comment has one like from Nathaniel Onaise Haike. Nathaniel also agree with this comment, with his like. I as well 100% agree with this submission. Thank you so much, Ayasu Kosi John. Now keep your comments coming, guys. Be sure I'll take them as we receive them. Now let's talk about some of the things that you can do to deal with marital challenges that arises as a result of poor communication. What are some of the things you can do? First thing I would want to talk about is make it a goal. Now whenever you are together or with the family, you put the phone away. Yes, phones can be a serious distraction to communication. So reduce screen time, reduce the time you spend on your phone. Unplug yourself once in a while from your phone and give your partner your full attention. Secondly, never raise your voice at each other. Never raise your voice at each other. While in public places, try to talk to one another. Hold each other's hands and resist walking at a distance from each other because of one misunderstanding or the other. People can easily sense that all is not well. Thirdly, place conversational rules. Between you both, you can set conversational rules. Rules such as not interrupting each other while talking. Rules such as listening without defending yourself. And also, you can get rid of phrases such as "you never do this," "you never change," or "you always be this," or "you always be that." Get rid of phrases such as that. Another thing you want to do is pay attention to your own body language. Pay attention to your own body language. Listen without rolling your eyes, without showing any form of being distracted or acting as if your nails are more important than the problem of your spouse. So be careful of your body language. And lastly, you also want to be empathetic. Yes, you want to be empathetic. Learn to put yourself in your partner's shoes and imagine what they are thinking, what they are feeling. Imagine what they are going through. Yes, be empathetic. But above all, remember always that good communication is a lifelong skill that takes practice. So for as long as the marriage exists, there will be need for you both to communicate with your spouse. There will be need for you both to communicate. So learn the skill with each passing day. Learn that skill of good communication with each passing day. And that takes practice. So do it on a daily basis. Wow, what an interesting edition of Marital Musings once again. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I have no doubt enjoyed it, and I want to thank those who made effort to send their comments in. Thank you very much. Keep your comments coming for the next edition of the show, and I'm sure you would want to know what I will be talking about on the next edition of the show. I will be talking about a lack of money. How a lack of money can be a challenge to the marriage institution. So do you have an idea of what challenge a lack of money can pose to the marriage institution? Then visit our Facebook group, Marital Musings. Leave your comments on the topic. You can also leave your comments on our various social media handle, Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter at Vikilonia Radio, on my Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter as well at LFlexman. You have enjoyed this show, courtesy of your number one online edutainment radio, the Vikilonia Radio. This radio is solely for your listening pleasure. Remember, you can also make advert placements for your product and services on the Vikilonia Radio at the very cheap rate of 1,000 naira. Yeah, you heard that right, 1,000 naira. To do that, please contact 081 393 63906. I'll take that again, 081 393 63906. The show makes a return next week, Wednesday, at the hour of 8 p.m. For the rest of the week, make sure you have fun. Make sure you make the best of the rest of the week. And I'm assuring you that you are in for another interesting edition of the show next week. Thanks for listening. I remain your host, Felix Ajibose. Remember always, you deserve a happy ever after.